Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Recently I reviewed the iFlight DC10 10-inch frame, and as you can see all the parts are now assembled, and today in this video I'm going to go over the components that I used and also show you some flight footage. Now I would like to tell you in advance that even though this is a very impressive quadcopter and it definitely has the wow factor, you should think twice before ordering all the parts and building it yourself. First of all, because all the parts are pretty expensive. For example, each propeller costs $5, and not mentioning the frame, motors, and etc. Second of all, it is much more dangerous to fly this beast than flying your 5-inch racer, which of course can be dangerous as well. And finally, it will also require you to tune the quadcopter, since if you're going to just flash the latest Betaflight version and hope for the best, it's just not going to work. So in my humble opinion, this build is more of a novelty that might interest experienced users that tried everything. Now after this introduction, let's go over the parts that I used. The frame is of course the iFlight DC10 frame. The motors are the iFlight XING 2814 1100 kV motors. They are pushing the HQ prop 10-inch 3-bladed macro propellers. The FPV camera that I chose to use is the Foxeer Falco Micro. The ESC is the iFlight 6X 60A 4-in-1 BLA32 ESC. The flight controller is the Furious FPV Racepit. I also used a TBS Crossfire nano receiver, which is directly soldered to the flight controller. On the back you can find the Rush FPV Ultimate Plus VTX, and actually at first I wanted to test this quadcopter with the TBS Unify Pro 32 VTX, which has a maximum output strength of 1.6 watts. However, unfortunately, I had terrible oscillations with this quadcopter when the flight controller was flashed to Betaflight 4 and above, so I had to downgrade it to Betaflight 3.5.7, which does not support Smart Audio 2.1, so I changed to this VTX, which of course is also a great option. I'm also using the Rush FPV Cherry antenna, a TBS Immortal antenna, which is connected to the TBS Crossfire receiver, and finally this GPS unit by Matexis, which costs more than the standard GPS units, but I have a very good experience using it and I highly recommend it. Now before showing you its weight, I would like you to try to guess how much it weighs. So take a second, and the weight of this frame, including all the parts, is a whopping 881.4 grams, and the battery that I used on most of my flights is this 5000 mAh CNHL 4S Lipo battery, and the total weight including this enormous battery is 1443.9 grams. I also tested this quadcopter with a single 5S 1500 mAh Lipo battery, and the total weight including this battery that will give you probably 1.5 minutes of flight is 1116.2 grams. In terms of flight time, I got about 7 minutes using this battery, and I actually thought that the flight time would be a little bit longer, and I think that the recommended battery for this setup would be around 4A 4S battery, and I am going to run some more tests and I will figure it out. Now you probably wonder how it feels to fly a quadcopter that big, and I think that the best answer would be like driving a truck. So it's like driving a car, just bigger one, so it's not going to be as agile as your 5-inch racer, but it does come with some satisfaction, especially when seeing it in the air and also hearing its motors. I'm going to wrap up this video by showing you a couple of photos from the building procedure and of course also some FPV footage, but stay tuned for the HD footage, which is probably going to be up in the next few weeks, because first of all I want to get this quadcopter properly tuned, and then I'm going to take it for a long-range flight. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notifications bell if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos, and goodbye.